There's the lineup: Barbados, Grenada, Guadeloupe, British Virgin Islands, Bahamas, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and Haiti.
Uppermost in Neely's mind in both of the interviews was about winning the medal for Bahamas. Country first, as always with him.
Fantastic. Guadeloupe will go in lane number 3. Melody Melfort, 356, will be on anchor for them. Alika Herwood to lead off for Barbados. 8 teams in the final. There's Shanoya Douglas, the anchor leg for Jamaica. She's already won the 100 meters. She is favored for the 200 meters. She would love to leave here with triple gold, which would mean helping her team to the 4x100 gold medal. Let's start in lane number 8 with Haiti, and in lane number 7 Trinidad and Tobago with Joseph, Sia Frederick, Theodore and Shanoya Frederick. The Jamaican team: Sabrina Dockery, last year's 100 champion; Tiana Marshall, the sprint hurdler; Abigail Wolfe on 3rd; and Shanoya Douglas, the 100 champion, to take them home. The Bahamas in lane number 6 with Kylie Wallace, Shatalia Dorset, the 100 bronze medalist; Kaylee Davis and Jemiah Nabi, who anchored them to mixed 4x4 gold last night, anchoring them tonight at 4x100. The British Virgin Islands with Daly Augustine Johnson and Shira Stout. Then Guadeloupe in lane number 3, Ossine Saint-Hilaire, Vanukia, Francois and Melfort. Grenada in lane number 2 with Augustine, Houston, Belfon and Shade John. And Barbados on the inside: Alika Herwood, Anaya Nurse, Shayla Clark and Kadia Rock, the 400 silver medalist. Sabrina Dockery, the Jamaican, false started in the 100 meters. In the final, she's on lead off. .11:08 over the 100 meters. She is very, very fast. That was a long hold, and I can imagine many breaths as well.
They were more nervous in the crowd than the runners.
You hope so. And they go again. Final of the under 20 girls 4x100 relay. In their set positions. Sent off. Dockery got up brilliantly for the Jamaicans. Look at her move away from the Bahamas and close in on Trinidad and Tobago. The Jamaicans make this change successfully. Sia Frederick running well down the back stretch for Trinidad and Tobago, but Tiana Marshall holding her own for Jamaica. Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago. The Jamaicans slightly ahead. The Bahamians coming through as well. Here they come to the final change. Shanoya Douglas has the baton, and she is well clear for the black, green and gold. The Bahamians in second. Sia Frederick closing fourth for Trinidad and Tobago. Jamaica gold. Bahamas silver and Trinidad and Tobago bronze. 42.93. That is sensational from the Jamaicans. The second time in the history of the CARIFTA Games, if it holds up, that we will get sub 43 in the 4x100 final. 43.65 it's been adjusted to. It almost seemed too good to be true. It is still a sensational performance, mind you. The Jamaicans deliver.
The tension and excitement were palpable at the 2025 CARIFTA Games in Trinidad and Tobago as 8 of the Caribbean's most talented nations gathered for the under 20 girls 4x100m relay final. The stadium buzzed with anticipation as teams from Barbados, Grenada, Guadeloupe, the British Virgin Islands, the Bahamas, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and Haiti lined up on the track. The spotlight, as always, was fixed firmly on Jamaica. The record holders with a blazing 42.58 seconds from 2022, eager to defend their dominance and perhaps rewrite history once more. Haiti occupied the farthest lane, while the local favorites, Trinidad and Tobago, started in Lane 7 with a promising squad anchored by the speedy Sia Frederick. In Lane 5 stood Jamaica, the team everyone came to see, featuring 4 dynamic sprinters, Sabrina Dockery, Tiana Marshall, Abigail Wolfe, and the sensational Shanoya Douglas on anchor. Douglas, already a double gold medalist in the 100m and a strong contender for the 200m crown, was chasing an extraordinary 3rd title of the Games. The Bahamian team entered as serious challengers, boasting 100m bronze medalist Shanoya Douglas and the versatile Jamanabi, who had just led the mixed 4x400m team to gold. Guadeloupe, with Melody Milford set to close, along with Grenada and Barbados, completed a fiercely competitive field that promised fireworks. After an earlier false start in a previous event by Jamaica's Dockery, the tension was tangible. But when the gun finally fired, she made no mistake, exploding out of the blocks with perfect timing and giving Jamaica a lightning-fast start. Tiana Marshall took over on the backstretch, holding off a strong push from Trinidad and Tobago. The baton exchanges were flawless, crisp, confident, and clean, as Wolfe transitioned smoothly into the curve before passing to Douglas for the anchor leg. Once Douglas grabbed the baton, the outcome felt inevitable. She charged down the final straight with explosive power and perfect form, leaving the rest of the field trailing behind. Jamaica stormed to victory in a brilliant 43.65 seconds, one of the fastest times ever recorded at the CARIFTA Games. The Bahamas took silver with 44.65, while the home crowd roared as Trinidad and Tobago crossed for bronze in 44.76. The Jamaican quartet delivered a clinic in sprinting precision, unmatched acceleration, impeccable teamwork, and an anchor leg worthy of the spotlight. Douglas's commanding finish sealed not just the win, but her status as the undisputed star of the Games. Together with Dockery's resilience and Marshall's composure, Jamaica's future in women's sprinting appears unstoppable. The race once again highlighted what makes the CARIFTA Games so special: the emergence of raw, fearless young talent from across the Caribbean. Every team that lined up demonstrated heart, pride, and promise, embodying the spirit of regional excellence. Though Jamaica stood tallest on the podium, each athlete left the track with something invaluable: experience, inspiration, and the hunger to return stronger. As one commentator perfectly summed it up, moments like these define the next generation. The Caribbean's sprinting legacy not only continues, it's thriving, powered by the brilliance of these young women who remind the world why this region remains the cradle of speed.